Alright guys, Big J coming at you again from Lizard Juice. Today we're going to do the Kanger SubTank. This thing is a beast. It's huge. I'm a big guy. It's a big tank. I think that's why I love it. Might be a little prejudiced, not going to lie to you. Pretty sweet. Does so much different stuff that I'm not going to cover it right here, but I do have it in the pretty little box down below, so why don't we just go ahead and switch to that and we'll see what we got. Anybody that likes to build a coil, that's cool. If you don't feel like building a coil but you want to rock Sub Ohm, right here you go. Let me show you how easy it is. Take this coil, screw it in here, fill your tank with juice, screw this in and vape it. You're now vaping Sub Ohm just by screwing a coil in. Real nice. The other coil that it comes with is a 1.2. The one that I showed you in the box is a 1.2 ohm. Okay? So, got her screwed together. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. You got your little knurl here on the bottom, just for nice grippy. After that, you have your airflow, okay? You have your giant 3-hole airflow. Go ahead and give it a twist. Fat fingers don't work too well. Spin it around to the left. Now you have 2 holes. Go ahead and spin it again. Down to 1 hole. Give it one more spin. And this is why you have the grippy on this side. And you get the click, and now you're at no holes. Okay, so it all depends on how you want to vape it. I'm a wide open guy. I like mine all 3. Okay, I'm a lung hit kind of fella. You open it up to 3 holes, you're getting a nice lung hit. Even all the way down to 1 hole is pretty good too. So let's go over a couple other features. Gold plated, springy contact, very nice. Pyrex tube, stainless steel, 510, drip tip. Okay, again, real nice. Large bore at the top, smaller bore at the bottom. I think it's like a 7 at the top and a 4 at the bottom. Still doesn't matter. Real nice. Clicks in real well, not going anywhere. Real nice tight tolerances. To take this thing all the way down, unscrew, pop that out. Now we can take the glass off. Oops, got the seal. Sometimes the seal will sit with the glass, sometimes it'll go with that, not a big deal. Give it a little spin, a couple times. Nice thick Pyrex for those of you who like to drop things. I'm not saying it's shatterproof, but the thicker the glass is definitely helpful. Then inside you can see your tube, okay, which attaches to your top cap. We'll go ahead and pop this off. All right, and this, the large diameter here, this is for your, when you're using it with the coils, okay? The RBA/RTA, whatever you want to call it, that's in there, there is a different top to it. So let's go ahead and take that apart and I'll show you why. Give me a second and let me grab some stuff out of the box here. All right. So if you want to switch out between the one you currently have in here, like I said, that's your, for your Claramizer mode with your coil. This is one for your RBA/RTA. Basically all you're going to do is take the provided little blue screwdriver, your trusty blue screwdriver, getting in here, go ahead and unscrew. This will pop right out. To save some time, I'm not going to show you how to unscrew something. I'm pretty sure you can figure that out. This whole top will pop off. Take your 2 screws. This, as you can see, will fit right down on top of it, and then replace your screws. At that point, just to give you an idea, instead of taking this apart, building it, rebuilding it, like I said, I want to keep you interested. Instead of this sitting this way, and then the coil being there, it's now going to go, you will unscrew the coil, screw this into the base, this would be your top, and they're now together that way. Okay. That being said, this is the version I prefer, but if you want to get, you know, you want to play around with it and do everything it does, I'll show you what we got. So here, you have your RBA/RTA. Unscrew the top. And they do put a lot of threads on there. And there's your build deck. Okay, comes with, I believe these are, it's a 0.5 ohm build that's already in there. Comes stock from Kanger that way, which is kind of cool. Go ahead and grab, and they have everything in here super tight. All right, there we go. Unscrew that and gives you a little better look at it. Alright, just a regular 2-post setup. Nice big air hole. I don't know if you can really see it. There we go. Nice big air hole. I mean, that's decent for the size of this. With the regular RDA, you're probably looking, oh, I don't know, it's going to be about that much bigger. But I mean, for what it is, it's really cool. The only downside that I've found to it is when you do put that in there, you'll see this is the top that goes on it, the restriction on the airflow. If you're one of those people that like a nice tight hit, this will work well for you. I'm more of a deep lung hit kind of guy, so this isn't really my speed. The other thing too is in Claramizer mode, you're looking at a 6 milliliter tank. You throw this one in here, at that point you're looking at about 4 to 4.23, somewhere around there, milliliter tank. Still, that is a beast. That's a pretty big tank. So let me go ahead and slap this thing back together. We'll come back up and we'll go ahead and vape it. Alright, just realized that I went ahead and showed you the fancy cotton in the beginning, and I showed you that it's got coils in it. For those of you that are brand new to vaping, I realized, hey, you're gonna have to figure out that you can't just vape the coils. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to throw a wick in this thing real quick. So again, unscrew the top, unscrew the barrel, and just so you know, here's the base of it, of the SubTank. If you want to make it a little easier for yourself, just go ahead and screw that in there. It just replaces the wick. So there it sits. To make it simple, I took some of the cotton, pre-cut it just to save some time. Went ahead, it's a pretty thick pad, so I went ahead and pulled it in half. Just gonna take one end, spin it around between your fingers a little bit till you get a point. You're gonna feed it through one, pull it out till you get to the fluffy stuff, and then same thing. Take it again, push it to the side, feed it through the hole, just like threading the needle. Pull it out there just till you get to the fluffy stuff. It's all on you on how much cotton you want to leave out here. Normally what I do is I go ahead, I'll clip it to about there. So there's your wicks. That'll normally fit right back down inside. Once you got it in there, you can take your little trusty blue screwdriver, manipulate that around however you'd like, just to make sure everything's in there all nice and fancy. Give it a couple drops of juice and away you go. But that's pretty much that's all you got to do. It's just like threading a needle. And then, you know, obviously you get plenty of cotton, so you can do these wicks as many times as you like. All right, so again, let's go ahead and put this thing back together. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bad boy back together in Claramizer mode. I'm gonna use the 0.5. I guess I ought to flip it around so you can read it instead of me reading it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the 0.5 sub ohm in there. Again, goes together fairly easily. Take your Pyrex, give it a little slide. Now you're thinking, you know, just because it has little O-rings in there, is this thing gonna leak? I haven't had it leak. The fit and finish on this is really pretty good. So at that point, you know, just a couple O-rings, not bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the 0.5, screw it into the bottom there. Okay, again, finger tight, just remember finger tight. Take that, screw it back into the bottom here. And last but not least, put your drip tip back on it, and there you go. There she is, ready to rock and roll with a 0.5. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it with juice. We're gonna come back up and we're gonna go ahead and vape this thing. All right, see you in a minute. All right, to fill it up, you can see I've already got juice in it, but again, it's very simple. Unscrew the bottom. Go ahead and fill it. Do not fill it over this center pipe. If you fill it over the center pipe, it's gonna end up in your hand. So again, I went ahead and pre-filled it. So screw it back onto the top here. I went ahead and filled it up. This is Pure Joy. It's one of our 0 milligram juices. I can't vape much higher than like a 0 or a 6 because the throat hit on these things are crazy once you get to Sub Ohm. But this is a chocolate and coconut. Amazing flavor out of this. You really get the chocolate, you really get the coconut. I'm loving this thing. Tastes like, you know, tastes like you're vaping a candy bar. But we're gonna go ahead and screw it onto the top. We're gonna go ahead and vape it. All right. So you've noticed I got her screwed on here again, 30 watt MVP, love this thing. But I've got it screwed on the top here, and you'll notice this thing is kind of big. Like I said earlier, this thing is big, okay? It is 25 millimeters, all right? That's why you're getting the little hangout on the sides here. Doesn't bother me so much, might bother somebody else. If it does bother you, that's cool, because Kanger went ahead and gave you this, okay? A little beauty ring, brings it down, I think, to about 22 millimeters. And I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew this, screw this onto here just for pretty sake, and I'll show you the difference, all right? Be back in a second. All right, so there it is. Now that we've got the beauty ring screwed on, you can see there is no overhang on any of it. Nice, it's good to go. If you want to try this tank, as always, there should be a little banner down here, somewhere around here, that's telling you go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Like I said, give us a thumbs up if you want to try it. We've got them, they're in stock. These things are amazing. So let's go ahead and smoke it and see what it does. For the sake of time, again, I have the 0.5 coil in here. I'm not going to do the 1.2. I'm not going to show you the RTA. It's one of those things. This is pretty much what you're getting it for. It's the SubTank. You want to run it in Sub Ohm. This is what it does. So check it out. Good. Again, not up there with an RDA, but that's not bad, okay? If you like building coils and everything, you want huge vapor, build your coils, man. If you just want something you can plug and play, screw a coil in and get that amount of vapor, this is the deal. Only thing I really don't like about it is this stainless steel drip tip. Now, it's pretty standard, you can take that off and put a plastic, Pyrex, whatever you like. It just gets really, really hot when you run Sub Ohm. That's my only problem with it. I'll take, like, 2 and 3 hits, okay. You start taking 4 or 5 nice deep hits, this gets really hot. So you almost have to, like, kind of around it. But so far, that's the only really, that's the only thing that I'm a little turned off about. But other than that, there it is, guys. The Kanger SubTank, 6 milliliter.